Alright folks, here we are at one of the old tobacco barn sites, and this is the barn that I salvaged the logs out of to make the cross we're going to talk about in this video. So as you can see, it's gone by the wayside. I'm guessing these barns, these were stick tobacco barns that were used. I can remember maybe through the late 70s, early 80s, and then kind of got out of farming, and the rest is history. But anyway, I'll see if I can get in here and show you some of the logs that I was able to salvage out of here. The hand cut, I guess it's pine timbers that I made the cross out of. Let's see. You can see some of the logs still up on that roof section there that are still in pretty good shape. Going around to the other side, but yeah, I thought about making a cross for our church. Spencer and Emily got married, and they actually rented a cross at a traditional church wedding, and rented a cross as one of their props for the setup for the wedding. And I thought, well, that would be cool to make one of those. It was just built out of, like, I don't know, 2x6s, 2x8s. It was about 10 foot tall. So that's what I was going to do. I was going to go to Lowe's and get the materials and make one for the church. And then I was just riding around the path one day here and on the golf cart, and passed by the old barns as I had hundreds of times before. And I don't know, something just struck my mind and said, man, what if I could get some of those timbers out of there and make one out of one of those old hand-cut logs? So that's what I did, basically, with the tractor and chain, and pulled some of those things out of there and made one. You can see here's some more that are still in good shape, but you can see where the axe marks there, or hatchet, whatever they're using. So yeah, these things, I don't know when these barns were initially built. I'm guessing, maybe as old as the 30s or 40s. I don't know, maybe as new as the 50s. I wouldn't think they would be earlier than the 50s, or later than the 50s, should I say. But anyway, I wish I had gotten more video of when I actually made the cross, but that was before I was doing any YouTube videos. So fortunately I got just some still photos of actually during the process. Yeah, but anyway, I will we'll go over and look at the cross in the church and show you exactly how I made it. And I don't know, I just thought it turned out pretty good to be more of a the old rustic look from hand carved materials, rather than just stuff, lumber that you would buy in the Lowe's or Home Depot or somewhere like that. But all right, we'll make our way over to the church and check it out. To the church where the cross has come to its resting place. So I got Spencer helping me on the camera to do this segment. But anyway, here it is. It It's 10 foot tall, and the cross piece here is about 5 foot. And this is the barn that we were looking at earlier to salvage the logs out of it. And we'll get up close here in a minute and take a better look at exactly how I put it together. But you see the base here, we've got a rock on the back for weight because it is a little bit, we were worried about kids coming up grabbing it and being a little front heavy there. But normally it would sit up behind the pulpit, kind of in front of the baptistry, and all this would be hidden. So you wouldn't normally see this space, but we moved it out here for now, just because of events going on back there that would be in the way. But it's pretty heavy. It definitely takes 2 people to move it around. It's very heavy. But anyway, as I said before, the barn I salvaged this from is basically within sight of the church here. There's a few trees that kind of block it, but it's basically right across the street, maybe, I don't know, less than a quarter of a mile from the church here. So, I feel like this church has a lot of history. It's been here since the early 1900s, so I just felt like it was fitting to have something that was salvaged from right here on basically the same property that the church lies on to make this cross. But all right, we'll get in close here and get some close-ups of you can see all the hand-cut material here. I just think it works out good as a sort of a rustic cross. But we'll take a close look. So you can see here on the face of this thing I don't know if this is the axe or hatchet marks where they hand cut this. I believe these are pine timbers that were on that barn. I think that's what gives it a real unique look, and the cracks and everything that over the time. There again, I'm thinking this wood is probably from the 30s or 40s, or probably at the very latest the 50s when this barn was originally built. The one thing I did do, just as a precaution, dragging this wood out of an old barn, I did spray it down real good with some pesticide and stuff before I did anything. Just making sure, no termites or anything like that. And I obviously want to bring any of that into the church. But I wish I had video of when I actually did this and made it. That was back during the height of COVID. And that was before I started doing my YouTube channel. So I do not have it. I got some still photos of it laying on the garage floor when I was in the process of making it. I'll put those at the end of this video so you can see those. But basically I just took the chainsaw, cut it off, got the sizing right, and then as far as how I got it fitted together here, I got the center of the cross member there, and if you look around back, you can see I cut it out. I just took the skill saw and cut some slices there, and then ended up chiseling it out so that could fit, over this pole, and then I put some big, wood lag bolts in there to hold it together. And as far as that rope goes, I just went to Tractor Supply and bought some rope, and then took the torch and kind of charred it all the way around just to give it a little bit of of a dark, old, aged look. And then the wood was quite a bit lighter than this. I went over it with some, I believe it was like dark walnut, just kind of brushed it over and then wiped it off with a cloth just to give it more of an old, dark, aged look. So, and the base, I did build that out of some timber I had there at home, some 2x6s and stuff I just, put together. And there again, got lag bolts going into it on the sides and the front to make sure it wouldn't go anywhere. And as I say, we got the rock on here just for extra counterbalance there to make sure it doesn't try to tip over or whatever. But anyway, I just thought it was a cool old looking cross. I've had a lot of compliments on it, and it's been in the church now. We were, during the time of COVID, when we were having services outside, when we had more restrictions, we would bring this outside as a backdrop. We had a little temporary stage set up there, and we would put this in the back to have it, outside and keep it close where we could just bring it right outside and, have it during the service. But anyway, it has a permanent home here now. Hopefully it'll, stay here for a long, long time. And so anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I did want to thank someone, Mr. Joey over at JT West channel. That's JTWES. If you get a chance, check out his channel. I followed him, and he did a video about a week or so ago on some old tobacco barns, which really hit me close, and really piqued my interest. You know, grew up working in the old barns back mainly in the 70s. And that's kind of what inspired me for the idea of, you know, showing the video that I did on the cross, because I salvaged this from an old tobacco barn. So thank you, Joey, for, you know, giving me that idea on that. So anyway, y'all check his channel out. He's a real cool guy. He's kind of old school like me. He's got some old farm aws and got a 140, does a lot of gardening, you know, a lot of old school stuff. So check him out. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know this is a little different than the normal tractor and stuff, but anyway, I just thought this would maybe catch some eyes, and you know, some people might be interested in this. So anyway, hit that subscribe button. I thank y'all for joining me, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks.